So today I want to talk about why I think that the knee push-up is so overrated and why I think you should not be doing that exercise too much. As it comes to beginners and starting to learn how to do a push-up, I think too many people jump way too fast in doing a regular push-up without having the proper control and the proper technique to actually do a push-up. So the typical progression for push-ups is something like you start with a wall push-up, try to learn the mechanics of the push-up, then you go to knee push-ups, which is a little bit more difficult than wall push-ups, and from there on people typically go to full push-up. You might have adequate control with the knee push-up, but that doesn't mean your control will be transferred into the regular push-up. So what I suggest instead is that you start from a wall push-up and you go down. So you do incline push-ups all the way until you're at a full push-up height. And that way you're going to have a lot more progressions into your push-up. And then when you get to that final push-up, your form will be consistent, your form will be strong, and you were able to linearly progress into that push-up. Like if a push-up, for example, is 100% intensity, when you go from a wall push-up, which is, for example, 20%, then a knee push-up, which is 50%, and then you go to 100, that's way too much. That's way too big of a jump, especially if you're a beginner. Maybe if you're a female who struggles with doing push-ups, that can be a big gap to bridge. And I know this from experience because my girl also is trying to learn the push-up, and going from knee all the way up to straight push-up or even negative push-ups were way too big of a jump. It's better to lower down slowly but steady and then hit that proper push-up depth. The advantage with incline push-up is that you have an infinite amount of progressions that go from wall all the way up to a full push-up. I do this typically with a power rack because you have a lot of settings there, but for you guys at home, I think with 4 or 5 you're already covered more than you were doing a knee push-up. Like if I were to pick at my house different grades, I would start with the kitchen counter. That's probably the highest inclination that you can do. Then go somewhere to a dining table, which is a little bit lower. Then you can use a chair, for example, or 2 chairs and do your push-ups on those. Then maybe you can find like a step and then you can go to the ground. And with that, you already have 4 progressions from the wall up into the full push-up, which is already a lot better to measure yourself at. What I really want if you're learning how to do a push-up is to keep your shoulders stable and really push from stable shoulders. That way you don't get push-ups like this, or they do something like this. No, you really learn how to activate those shoulders. You really learn how to keep them stable from the get-go. Like a wall push-up is a very easy way to learn that technique. But if you then go straight to your knee push-up and your regular push-up, that technique won't be ingrained as well as it would be if you go down slowly. Now, you could argue like, yeah, but if you do an incline push-up, you're not using the exact same muscles as you would in a regular push-up, and that is correct. But that is also why we go down slowly towards our push-up. The more we go down, the more we start using and implementing those muscles that we need to do the proper push-up. So if we go down gradually, we also are gradually introducing all the right muscles. And once we hit depth, we can do our proper push-up technique. So that is why I think the incline is really the way to go if you want to learn how to do your push-ups. I hope this video was clear to you. I hope if you're struggling with the push-up that you now have some tools in your tool belt to tackle that problem. And please let me know in the comments down below what you think of this. So yeah, I guess I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Bye!